Hello everyone, Paul here from the Pin Academy. So hope we're all doing well. Let's prepare for the week and we see what levels we could utilize and how far our watch list has come and what are we adding there. This week we are going to add on USD JPY, Euro JPY on the Forex side or the normal market side. And then on the synthetics, the one we are going to add on is not yet ready, but we're just going to prepare for it. That is Volatility 75. It's not yet ready, but we're just going to talk about it and see. It may be ready during the week, and maybe we have not gotten time to update or something like that, okay? So, without wasting time, let's start with what we talked about last week. Then we also prepare, we update on it. Now, of course, our usual list has been AUD USD, GBP USD, Euro USD, and gold, okay? So, and then we have, on the synthetic side, we had Volatility 25, Volatility 101s, okay? So we're going to first go through them, then we add on our new ones. Now, we talked about AUD USD, and you guys recall we have been talking about it ever since when we had made this impulsive move. You can just check the videos in order, the recent videos. You can see we had this impulse here. We said we expect a deeper correction because of the impulse. And then when we went down to the daily time frame, it gave us a very nice confluence of this untested level here. You guys recall we talked about this level very well. Then last week, we said that since this was our target here, we expected the market to, if it fails to take out this level here, then there's a high chance that we could come back down, test these levels here, or even back lower, okay? But we said if we broke above, then we would be looking for buying opportunities. And we closed above, so meaning we are most likely going to be looking for buying opportunities because we have hidden structures here making this level very strong. And this was our last lower high here. It means that the structure is a bit bullish now for us, okay? And then when we went down to H4, we spoke about this level here because we drew it in daily, this level. You can just check in the previous video. We say that this market here was making a bullish movement. So if the market had closed below here, would be looking for sales, the back down. But if price closes above this level here, we shall be looking for buys. Now, truth be told, there was no buy entry here. There could have been a buy entry here, but it's not a good, clean one because it left behind untested level. So personally, I did not utilize this trade last week, okay? Actually, most of the pairs didn't tap our levels properly, but we're going to look at them now. You can see here there was no trade. Though if you're doing intraday, for those who do intraday and scalping, there was an entry around here. This is the level I was pointing at, this level here. We had an entry here after breaking above this area here. It closed above first the area of interest, which we talked about, that there I should first close above. It did. Now the entry was here and not here. So you can see that it will give you a big stop loss or invalidation level, which is not good in my trading rules, okay? So that's how AUD USD went. So those who scalp, those who do what, it closed above this level. There's an entry here, broke above this level. There's an entry here. So to target this area here, that's for people who do scalping and intraday. But now, what do we have for this week? Let's just go back. We're going to start from the weekly, of course, because let me just clear everything here. Now, let me just adjust this like this. So we had this impulse correction, and then now we've pushed higher. So it means that this is the highest point that the price had reached, which we are rejecting at here. So now when you come down the daily time frame, what we see in this movement that the market is pushing high for us. In this movement, this is the level what we say that price should break above here. Okay, just go and change it to a different color here like this. So price has closed above it, right, with a hidden structure here, and price attempted to come back and retest, but has not tapped properly. Let me just adjust this line properly to this high. So we're at a resistance. We expect a pullback before we start trending, because when price was coming down, this is what we had. We had a low, lower high, lower low. Then price broke above this lower high. It means that now the structure should come and give us a retest here before starting to continue higher. Or even if it comes and makes double tops, or even it makes a lower high before dropping down to start another downtrend. But we first want to see that retest, okay? Now let's check if there are any hindrances that we could incur, that could happen before before it changes trend or something. So if you observe here, like we say, the market is already trending higher, okay? The market is already trending higher here. But now if you want to see this momentum here, the market broke above with a strong momentum, but you can see several candles here, but price is not able to take out even one candle, meaning the momentum downward is very weak. So we just want to see it struggling more when the market opens, maybe into this level here. So at our invalidation levels or our risk is not so big, then we can target this very high here or even more higher, because we say that the moment we break above this level here, it means that the structure has changed to the bullish movement. Okay. So those who trade AUD USD, this would be our area that we want price to come into before we proceed. Also, if you go to H4, we do not have another level that price could, even if you adjust this just to this level here like we did last time, you can see the market went up, then broke back down, meaning this level here has not been tested. So it would be best if price comes here and then we push higher. If price does not tap into your area of interest, it's better you leave it, okay? So that you avoid forcing trades. It's one of the reasons why people are being beaten and losing out on goods that would have been good setups, okay? So that's AUD USD. In case you trade AUD USD, you can utilize that. Now the second pair that we normally look at is GBP USD, and the next one is Euro USD. So let's start with GBP USD, okay? Now, GBP USD also, you guys recall, we said we wanted price to come back into this level here, and it didn't come. You can see exactly why I said that some of these things didn't tap in our level. We wanted it to come and tap into this area, then we push higher or even lower here. You can check in the previous video. It didn't tap here, okay? So instead, it broke above this level here and then retested it. So I didn't want to jump with the trade. So the wick has broken above this high that we had. Remember, we said this would be the target for swingers who got the trade from down here. Should be the target for swingers. Though I wasn't in this trade. So we have broken above. What do we have next? Okay. All these levels are there. I've not removed them that we talked about last week. Now, let's just clear everything and then we do it afresh. Of course, we're going to start from, let's look at monthly because I want us to get some levels from monthly. Now, when you start from a monthly time frame, we do have this area here that is not tested. That, remember, we had it in the previous videos, okay? You can just check in the immediate previous videos, you'll see it there. This level is not tested, but this one lower here, we had it tested just here, okay? Market reacted to it, to this reaction here, then it pushed higher. So now let me just also add this level here so that we can see it in the next lower time frame properly. So now when you go down the weekly time frame, we're just going to adjust these very levels here. So in weekly, we have this area, okay? And then here, if you want, you can just adjust it where price is almost approaching here, okay? Let me just adjust it well. We had these levels. You can go and check in the previous videos. So you can clearly see that this is where the price tapped into this level here. This is the reaction I was talking about, showing in monthly, tested this high. You can see this was a clear uptrend, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then tested this. Now we have broken above. A clean uptrend. So we want to see the market giving us a retest into this level here when the market opens, and we can push higher here, okay? Or if not, if the price can tap into this level and then change its trend, for reversal traders, we could see price coming back into this level. Those are the two options that we do have, okay? So this one is a bit much more clearer, okay, compared to AUD USD that we saw first. So there are two options. Either price taps into this level first and then gives us a retracement, or when the market opens, it gives us a retracement. We use this movement to take the trade to target that level, because the level that we have that is not tested. Now let's check if we have another that is not tested, slightly above this level here, when price was coming down. Let's just add on here and we see this was tested, okay? Price tested it. How about this one here? About lower here? This. We can also add this level here, but we're just going to use two lines. So this level here, price may also want to utilize it. This one here, because it wasn't tested when the price broke below. I'll just change the color to show that we marked it in the weekly time frame. So we have this level here. If we retest here, then we could push into this level here, okay? So weekly is much more clear. Let's check in daily how we can utilize this. Of course, as usual, we have to adjust our levels so that the levels are not so big. So I'm just going to adjust this like this, okay? So that we are very organized and easy. It's easy for us to make decisions. These are just two lines, it's the same. So I'm just going to adjust here. Now, you can see our chart is very clean. Of course, we have been moving nicely. So we broke above this high here. I'm just going to mark it in daily. so that daily traders can utilize it. Okay, so we have an improper retest here. Would like to see a proper retest price coming back to test this level here. Then it would be nice, easy for us to first level here, or even to come lower. But now this level helps us with intraday trading. So if price comes here and then change trend and breaks below, still daily traders and people who trade reversals can utilize it. Also, while we're going up, it can act as your target here. Reaction, and we break above, then you can target like that. Okay, so the difference between swingers and intraday traders is that the inside levels like this one here, if they have been reacted on, swingers will just trade from here to target here. But if it's not reacted, then it will be a fast threat. Okay, but intraday traders and the day traders, like other types like scalpers, intraday traders, you can utilize this level to this level. If we're going up, we utilize from this level to this level, from here to here. If we are going down, we break here, we're utilizing from this to this. Okay, you can, of course, we have some other levels we can add in between here, but I'm not going to add them because the price is very far. But you can add on levels like this, so at intraday you're trading between this level to this level, this level to this level, while a swinger is going to strictly trade from this level to this level. Okay, as long as these ones have been tested. If they've not been tested, that's when they can become a problem. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Now let me just adjust this. Okay, here like this. So prices above, we want to see a proper retest here. Okay, remember our aim is to see a retest before we can push higher. Now, if price opens and goes and first touches here, then those who trade reversals can look for change of trend, and then we target this level first because it's not tested. Are you seeing this? Now, when we break below, intraday, you can wait for a weak retest and you can target here. While swingers will be waiting for this whole movement to happen, and then they utilize this move to identify change of structure and trend to target that move up. I've already given you the two alternatives. Either it first touches up, then drops lower, or first drops lower, then we push higher. Okay. If first drops lower when the market opens, then we can be targeting this or this. But if we first touch here, then we drop lower to touch this and this, then we shall be targeting these upper levels. Okay, I hope that is very clear. Now, let's go to H4 and we observe. Of course, someone will say that, but in H4, this level has been tested. Yes, it is tested, but the time from where we marked it, it's not tested. So you can clearly see the market still making higher highs and higher lows. So we have a higher high, higher low, higher high. The market attempting to retest. If it keeps like this, it is still bullish. So we want it to first change before we can start looking for selling to this level here as intraday or to this level. And remember, I stop in H4, but intraday, I'll keep reminding this. H4 is an entry for us who hold, okay? For people who get levels from weekly. For people who get levels from daily and below, okay? Your entry levels are H1, and then you can refine to minute 30 and minute 15. I've always mentioned this. And also we have a lesson or topic on uses of time frames. Kindly utilize them, okay? I've told you guys that you can even start from daily as your direction, use H4 as your first structure, H1 as your second structure. Then here you can get your entry like in minute 30. Here you can get your entry like in minute 15, okay? I've taught this and you can use it the way you want. Just get the knowledge and put it to what suits you. I've mentioned that several times in very many videos, but some people are still saying that, these time frames are big and what. Yeah, the time frame is big, but I'm not here forcing you to utilize a specific time frame. But if you're to maybe listen to me, which of course I'm not a financial advisor, but if I was to give my opinion, I would say the best entry time frames are H1 and H4. But if you want to go lower, I've also given alternatives, but still people are finding issues, okay? So you can, when the market taps your area of interest, you can refine depending on the time frame, where you've gotten the structure. So if you've gotten structure in, excuse me, in daily, if you want to trade the daily structures, you can, after marking your levels, you can go up to H1. You can see the reason why I don't like going lower if I'm holding for a very long time is the noise here, okay? This noise is not good for me. So that's why I like stopping in H4 and then I can take my trades. But I understand not everyone prefers H4, okay? So this is what we have on GBP USD. Of course, these are the levels. You can just see, of course, the same thing. I'll adjust them properly so that your chart is very neat like this. So that decision making also is very easy. So we're still bullish. There's no need for the market open and you start looking for sales. No, you'll be looking for for your own problem. So this is a high, higher low, higher high, higher low, until the market stops making that, maybe creates a double bottom or a lower high, breaks below, and then you can look for the retracement. For those who are experienced, those are not experienced, wait for the retracement here or here, then use this movement here for a change of trend to target this level or target this level here. If the market opens and then continues trending higher into this area of interest, look for the change of trend. Then for those who trade reversals, target here. Then from here, we're going to be targeting these levels above because this one will already be tested unless it creates a double top. Okay. I hope that is now very clear. We shall be targeting these levels up here, this and this. That's for GBP USD. The next one we can look at is Euro USD, which almost create the same structures. Now, let me just clear this. Euro USD also, we spoke about the same thing. Now, last week, we said that this price had created a support level here. This was a resistance. I mentioned it properly, that if wanted to come back and retest this level here, it should first break below on a weekly retest and we target here, which it didn't because it was a support. Then it pushed higher, okay? Now, when it pushed higher, still it left this level here not tested. So price came back aggressively and again made like a double bottom here. There was no entry. That's why I was saying that last week, there's no entry. I don't want to start lying that there were entries here. Now, for example, there was no entry here because we wanted the market to come and give us an entry, which it didn't give us. I think this was because of news, okay? So if this week we could see a proper price playing out, maybe if it can give us a deeper correction, then we can target this blue level here. But let's do it together again afresh, and then we see how it is. So let's start from the monthly time frame, as usual, so that we can get the levels clearer. Now, we all know that our immediate level that we have been struggling at is this one here, okay? You can see again, price has tapped back into it. So now, if price ever breaks this level here, where are we headed? Of course, we have a level, a hidden structure that is not tested up here. I'm just going to change the color. I like using specific colors in specific timeframes. So this is the level that we shall be interested in, okay? So also someone can say that, what about the immediate rejection of the high here? You can also add it if you want, okay? Now, when you come down to the weekly time frame, let's adjust it together. So you can just adjust this. This is the price we have been playing with here. So I can see price is. Now, when you come where price is, we also mentioned this level here that price came and tapped into. You can check with the previous videos. We have been speaking about these levels, okay? Now, what do you see immediately here? Immediately here, you can see price is trying to create like a W. Do you observe this? And it closed above the neckline, though the distance is not so good, but of course you can say that it has created a W, but we shall need it to come a little bit inside this level here before we can continue higher, because the price is still in an uptrend. You can see this is a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Okay, this is an uptrend. Okay, so we tested this level here, but now currently the price has broken this neckline level here, and we want it to come back inside this level when the week starts before we can continue tap into this zone again. Okay, now when I go down the daily time frame, what do I observe? Now in the daily time frame, of course, we spoke about this level here when price tapped here, but also we mentioned that there's a level. Let me just change the color. We also mentioned that when we went weekly, we said that we wanted price to come a little bit lower to this level here. Okay, you see the price came and tapped there, but before it had not tapped. So when we tapped, okay, price was rejected from this area and then went up, then came down. But also it created for us this neckline here. I spoke about it properly. So price came, reacted, but when we're going up, we did not test it. That's why you see price came back and tested it. Okay, then now it has rejected. Now, if you're to adjust this level, you can clearly observe that we have this level here that price was testing when the week closed. If you want, you can just adjust it like this, okay, to this high that gave us this retest here. So we have like a high, higher low, higher high. So the price was testing this level for us to continue higher, okay? So if the market opens, let me just check here if this candle is of this. This is a green candle. So we want it, meaning it's an improper retest. So we want it to come back again into this level. This is why I'm saying that we want to see a deeper correction of this level here. So if price can give us a deeper correction here into this level, then we can be looking for a change of trend using this movement. So the same thing, I know that when you go to the lower time frame like H4, you'll be seeing like the market tested it. When you come to H4 here, you'll be seeing that the market tested this level. But like I've just said, you want the price to come You can see these are the same levels now we had. This is the same level that we had, okay? You can now see. Then also we can add this untested level here in H4. This, that gave us the false breakout, okay? I think you guys now can see how the levels are the same, like how we started. You can go back when we're starting EURUSD, you'll see that we had the same levels. So want to see the price coming back to test this level here, give us a change of trend, and we target at red upper zone. Or even if it stretches deeper, it will even be perfect to give us a better risk to reward ratio. And we can target that level deeper. Upper, sorry. Okay, so this is what we have on Euro USD. Either it comes and changes trend from here, then we target that upper zone. Let me just show you the zone. This red zone here, okay? You can adjust it if it's so big. Remember, we said you keep adjusting it so that, let me just go back and adjust it in daily. So that is very okay for us. It's not so big. So you can just adjust it like this, okay? These ones are we used lines, okay? So we want it to come back and give us that retest here, to give us a proper test here, okay? Then gives us another tap into the zone. Even if it continues high, it's okay. But the problem will come when the market taps here and gives us like double tops here, or even a lower high, then closes below, okay? That would be not good, okay? So it come and give us a proper test here, and then we can push higher. The market should at least show us that it's attempting to go higher, okay? And then in H4, it's much more clearer that even can give us a deeper test because of this false breakout here. We had this level testing this level, and then a false breakout here when the market created double bottoms here. I think this was during news, the interest rate. So we want to see a deeper correction into this zone. I'm over repeating this because I want you to see this. There's a false breakout here. It can either stop you and give you a change of trend, continue into that red zone or even higher, or it will give you a deeper correction into this zone. Then it can push higher because this level here we have a false breakout. Okay, so those who trade Euro USD, I hope that is a bit clearer. Now, let's go to the next one, which is gold. Now, last week gold was much more clearer for me, and it is what we actually traded. We had some 2 entries. Now, remember last week, but one I had a loss on gold. Okay, but last week I managed to get some 2 good entries. Okay. Now, we spoke about gold when it gave us this impulse, the correction, then we pushed higher. Now it's the same thing that we are going to work on. We are going to work with here. Now the market broke above this high here. Automatically, what do you see here on the market has closed above this level here? Even if you start from the weekly time frame, you can see this is an impulse, and we had this tail here, the closure of price here. Okay. So we have closed above this area. I'm just going to change it to the weekly one. We have closed above this area here. Now, when you come down to daily, in this same area, we are having a turning point, which is this one, but with a high price here. So want just see price coming back to retest this point here, then we can go higher. Now, our target, I mentioned it last week, was 600, and between 600 and 613, which you can see currently the price is above it. So personally, I'm not going to be engaging in gold right now up to when it gives us like a proper structure, because there are a lot of levels that has left untested. We have this area here that is not tested, okay? Even some other levels lower. So for now, gold, this is we're been trading very high, but of course it has much more room for going higher due to the cutting of interest rate and the rest. But remember, these things take long to take effect. So I'm not going to be engaging in gold after last week's trade that I took. So if you want to trade gold, this is the recent we have. Want to see a weak retracement here, then you can be targeting the turning point, okay? So why the turning point? Because this went to all-time highs. We don't know where it's going to turn from, okay? Where I thought was going to turn from was 2603 and 2613. These were the levels that I had, and currently price is above there. So currently, you just be trading the recent highs. When price gives us a retest, this high should be your target. You exit, okay? In simple terms, do not hold so long. That's my view, okay? You can just compare it with yours. I'm not advising you to follow the same. So, of course, here also, when you come to the lower time frames, when you adjust here to in H4, you can see we have some improper retests here. So, also, price may stretch and may not exactly tap here because of these improper tests here, and then it pushes higher. So if you're doing intraday and also you have enough capital, and it gives a change of trend from around just slightly above here. You can utilize it so that you can take to the top here for both scalpers and those who are doing intraday. So you can see everything here is still uptrend, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Actually, these are equal highs here. So we have a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So this is the pullback that we want to see. If it can give us deeper into this area here, perfect. We utilize this movement to target the high here, okay? Or any other untested level during this move here. So those who trade gold, this is what I have, but personally, I will not be engaging in it. I see the others have better options, okay? Then we have added also on USD JPY, okay? When you look at USD JPY here, let me just remove this. This was a personal work. I had some trade on it last week, but one, I think. Okay, so when you start from the monthly time frame, I think you guys recall when I told you that I'm not going to engage in selling anything to do with the JPY. I know they increased the interest rates and the rest, but I still believe the economy is not strong enough. Now, when you start from the monthly time frame, you can see here we had price breaking above this level here. Okay, giving us a retest here, meaning this is a key significant level. This one here. Okay, but also this one gave us a retest to make this double bottom here. So meaning also this is a key area here, okay? Now, when we had this false breakout here, the market also gave us this test here. Remember, we are saying that, this was a key level because it tested here, then we broke above. Then we broke back down, reacted to it, and broke above and tested. So meaning also this is a good level that we should be looking at. So I'm just going to mark this level here, okay? Now, since this one is very far, I'm just going to remove it so that we have very few objects on our chart. Now, let's go down to the weekly time frame and then we adjust. So we have this to adjust here to be nice. Then also we have to adjust this here so that we don't have very big slabs. Then also here, we have to adjust this to this so that we have very nice levels. Now, also what you observe here is that price broke above this level and tested it. So meaning this is a key area, okay? So I'm just going to mark another level here, but this time around, this is in the weekly level, okay? That's why you see price stopped exactly here because it is a key level. So of course, at first we got a false breakout, we tested it, and then it has been giving us a strong level resistance, support, support, support again, okay? So now, since we have already identified our levels nicely, we're now going to go lower to the daily time frame. But one thing you have to observe is that you can see that it's like price is getting exhausted. You can see how it's now moving while tapping these levels, okay? So now price has made a low, lower high, low. Now we're again testing this level. This is a resistance. So want to see a reaction, maybe close above or even to continue lower. There are two options. Want to see the price either reacting a bit. We're going to see, I'm going to explain it more in daily. Let it react a bit, then it breaks above, then we can trend a bit higher, okay? But if this level holds too strong and that level that I'm going to show you in daily does not hold, you could see the price continuing lower to this next support level because this one is already tested a lot, okay? So now when you go down the daily time frame, let's first adjust our slabs so that they're not so big. So we shall have this, okay? Then we shall have this, shouldn't be so big, okay? So that you're very organized. This one is very okay. Okay. So you can see here, the reason why I'm saying that the price could either give us a pullback, then break above, then we start trending higher is because of this. You can see the market gave us this lower low, lower high into this level, then lower low. Okay. Now it came reacted and then we broke above. So meaning that price could come back, give us a retest into this area here, okay? Then break above, or it could come, react, and then breaks below. The moment it breaks below, meaning that we shall be going to target here. When we break below, we shall be coming to target here. Those who are trading USD JPY, listen to this carefully. Let me just repeat it. In weekly, I'm saying that in weekly, we have reached a previous lower low. So in this case, we can expect the market to come and react, create a higher low, then break above, or even if it creates a double bottom, then it breaks above, okay? Or it could just react here, could come react here, gives us a lower high, closes below. When it does this, this is not good. It means that there are higher chances it may continue trending lower. And this is evident in daily here, okay? When you come to daily here, you observe that what do we have? We had a market that was already trending lower. Market creating lower low, lower high. Lower low, false breakout here that was coming to make equal lows. Then it made a lower low, lower high into this, okay? Then lower low, then the market came, okay, reacted here and then it broke above. So meaning that we are having a structure in this area here. So if the price can come and react and it closes above, breaks above, on the retest here, we could see price pushing into this upper red zone, okay? But also we are saying that if price comes, reacts here, gives us a lower high, then it closes below this structure here, we could see a weak retest, then we target this blue zone. If we break the blue zone, we test here, and we target the red zone, okay? For now, let's not go a little bit far. This is what we can stop on. Now, let's try to mark these levels properly, and then we observe. So we have this area here, okay? I'm just going to change the color because we have marked it in daily. And then we also have this area here where you see exactly where price reacted here. But also one thing you should note is that when price came and it created for us this level here, price did not retest it. It gave us a false breakout, but price did not retest it. That's why I'm expecting that if price comes back here, okay, or you can also mark this level here, just into this area here. Watch it as it is approaching lower because we use movement, okay? We use movement to observe change of trend. It can give us change of trend as it's coming lower, and then we break above, retest here, meaning we shall be above this red zone. Then we can see a weak retest. Since this level is already tested, then we can be targeting the upper zone. Are we together? So we've already learned this through trend movement, okay? It's not something you do not get confused. So this is a previous support. You can see it became resistance. Again, resistance because price reacted. Now again, price is in it. So if price can give us a weak retest into this area here, then we break above. You can utilize this. Then here, if it breaks above, since this one's already tested, then we can be targeting this untested level. When we reach here and gives us again a weak retest, we shall be now targeting upper levels, okay? But if price comes here and gives us a reaction, then gives us a lower high or double levels here, then closes below, there's a problem. Meaning we shall be expecting a weak pull, then here we shall be targeting this level here because the market is still pushing lower in the bigger time frames of weekly. If you can go back to weekly, you see that this is still a downtrend, okay? And you can see we have reached the resistance, and we are saying that since we have reached resistance here, which is this red level, but we also have a previous level here that the price made a resistance where price closed inside. So it could give us this pull back down. But we are saying this pull back down should give us a higher low that you have showed in weekly, then we can target this untested level. This is what I'm expecting. But if it can come and if it gives a lower high here and then closes below, meaning that it will give a weak retest, then you target this blue zone. If it breaks it, weak retest, you target that red zone. So those who trade USD JPY, that's what we do have. Now, almost the same scenario that I saw on Euro JPY. Remember, also we have added Euro JPY for some people who requested for it. Let me just clear this. Actually, Euro JPY, we traded it either last week or last week, but one. So I'm just going to remove it. So again, when you start from the weekly time, so from the monthly time frame, what do you observe? From the monthly time frame, you'll observe that we had this level here that price had not tested. Okay, here you see price gave a test to this level, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Okay, then we broke above, false breakout, meaning this level here is not tested. So currently we have this as a support and this as a resistance, okay? But we're not going to mark that because it is very far. Now, when you go to line chart, you see that we have a bend here. So meaning that we have a certain type of resistance here, okay? So you'll mark that. Then we shall go back to candles and go down to weekly. Now let's adjust this level properly. Of course, it is already adjusted. So we saw price coming, rejecting from this area. Then again, it has given us a false breakout. So we have a neckline of an M here. So there's a possibility this neckline may react when the price opens. This is a neckline here. If it can react and gives us this retest here, it will be good. Just the same way you've seen that we're expecting price should come a little bit low on USD JPY, okay? Because we're at a resistance level here. But also if it breaks above, it is okay. So I'm just going to adjust this neckline here so that we can move with it. Let me just change the color here. Okay. So this is a neckline. If price can give us a retest to this false breakout, it will be perfect. Okay. Now, but if price opens and breaks above this level here, it means that now we have created even a W. It will be something like a W. Okay. Then we shall have a weak retest to this level. Then we shall be targeting now upper levels. Now, which upper levels are we talking about if that happens? Okay. Now, if you observe here, we had price retesting this previous. This was our previous. This was our previous higher low that the market tested. Okay. So price did not, when it broke above, so when it came to reach it, it just reacted and broke below, never tested it. So it will be one of the areas to watch. Okay. Now let's go down to the daily time frame. What do we observe? Remember, this is a neckline. Okay. This is a neckline area. This is a neckline area here. Okay. So what do we want to see? The same scenario that we saw with USD JPY. When you come down to daily, you see that this was a daily lower low. Let me just show you guys properly so that you can understand. Lower low, then lower high. Again, lower low, you can see here. Let me just mark them properly so that you can see. Okay, you can see the reason as to why I took the buy here, though it was a retesting trade. So you can see here we have a lower low, lower high, but this level was not tested, and also this one is not tested. Okay, so I see prices in there. So these are virgin area that could force the price to give us at least a retest, and then we target. Now for intraday, you remember you target every level. Remember I've showed you the difference. Intraday, you're targeting every level. If price comes and changes trend here, since this one is now already tested, you can either target that high or you can target that immediate level. Then it reacts here. If it can show change of trend again, you target it at this high here, then or you target the next one. That's how intradays trade, okay, or day traders. So now in this case, observe, we have low, lower high, low, lower high, low, lower high. And then the market closed above. And then on a retest, you can see. So here we're targeting untested levels, which is this one here. That was the target. If you saw, you can just rewind and see where my target was. It was because of this level that was not tested. Okay. So now we are saying that we saw in weekly that there's a chance of this neckline reacting to come and give us a test into this level here, just like we saw in USD JPY. If it can give us a test here, okay, then we shall use this movement to give us if there's a change of trend to that level there, okay? But remember, we are saying that we need price to give us this test because we have a false breakout, which can clearly be seen here, okay? So if price can give us that push that we're looking for lower, then we can be targeting this movement. If we break even above here, we shall have created a bigger W. And when there's a bigger W, what do we expect? Test of the neckline. If there's a change of structure, then we can push higher. That will be the start of our, it will be now aligning with our direction, because our direction is saying that even if we have a strong drop here, this level here was not tested. And this is the last high. If you can see higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, then it created higher high. This high did not test this level. It gave us a false breakout. So currently we're just testing. So this is now the current significant high. If that happens, it means that now we shall be continuing higher if those things I've explained happen. If we test that level in daily, let's start from the weekly. If we test this level here, we come back and test the false breakout in weekly and we break, it will be a W. Then also daily, it will be reflecting perfectly that we want to come and test these levels here, as long as we don't break this low. And you can see this low is perfectly aligning with the false breakout. Then we use this movement to give us a change of structure, change of trend to target here, weak retest, target here, weak retest, then like that, we start an uptrend, okay? But of course, if the market also then keep giving us highs, that means that the price is going to come back lower here. If it breaks lower here, we shall still update, okay? You just follow structure. So those who trade normal markets, this is what we do have for this week. I just hope the video is not so long. I'm not so sure. Okay. But I wanted us to add on those. So now let's go to the synthetic side. We're just going to do like 2 or 3. And then we're just going to add on volatility. We have V25 V100s. And then we add on V75. Okay, so we have been doing V25 and V101s. Today we are going to add on V75. So not to make the video so long, let's just start with V25. Now, you guys recall that last week we spoke about V25. We wanted it to actually come and retest this level here, which did give us a retest here, but struggling to continue higher. We wanted it to come and retest this area here, then we push higher so that it can give us a touch into this red level here, which I still expect will go up to that level, but struggling. Okay, so now the target for intraday was, of course, the very first high that the market gives us the retest with. Of course, there's a very clean retest and change of trend here, and also an entry for those who do intraday up to here. Then also those who want to hold up here, still the market is still in our favor. So let me just clear this so that we can add on a few things on it. So when you start from the daily time frame, let me just take this to daily. When you start from the daily time frame, of course, you can clearly observe that price is currently above this level. We marked it also in the other time frames. Price is above this level. Though if you're not in it, if you're not in V25 V100s like how we marked, there's this turning point here that we have, and currently price is below it. So you can wait for price to break above. On a retest of this level, then you can buy it. Okay. So since we are doing it in daily, you can also mark this high here, this immediate high, before reaching the other upper level. You can mark this immediate high, which can be your target. So if we can break above here on a retest of this level, then we can push high. Now, someone may be wondering, why am I starting just from here? It's because you guys know we have been talking about this ever since it was down here. We said when it breaks above here, we're starting to buy. It broke some levels in here. We talked about it here. We talked about it when it went broke above here last week. So it's like we're just building on. The knowledge is the same, okay? Top-down analysis. So currently, we want it to break above here, and we push to this level here like that, okay? So H4 is going to bring out a much more better picture. Because why I'm saying that is because you can clearly see that we have a mini trend pushing down here, okay? So this is a lower low, lower high, lower low. So we want the price to come and test this level here, react a bit and break above. On a weekly test, then we can take our trade. The same logic, okay? So those who trade V25, I hope that will help. And let's go to V100s. Now, V100s didn't hit our target. Remember, last week we said the price was struggling to take out this high, and we said if it breaks below, on a retest, we're targeting this area here. It didn't reach the level. It changed trend before. So you can see how we're following it here. Let me just show you. You can see here. It was making lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then it changed trend. So that's why I say that price action and structure are very, very important. Okay. Price came, reacted to this area here, and we broke above. This is a change of structure, depending on the time frame you're in. But to me, this will be a change of trend. To someone who starts from daily H1, H1, this will be a change of structure. Okay. So then price continue. Remember, overall, we are bullish. Don't forget that. Okay. Our overall target, you guys can recall, was, let me just show you here. Our overall target, you remember, is this red line here. We did not touch it. So currently we are above this level here. Remember, we had this was our first target here. When price came and broke and retested here, this was our first target. Then we said, wanted price to come and retest here, but it was failing to create a new high. So currently we have broken above it, the same thing. So we're just going to clear this so that we can observe. So here we have an impulse. Why is this one an impulse? Because it broke this turning point, which is a false breakout, and also broke this turning point. So we have an impulse here, okay? So let me just clear for you here so that we can have a clean chart again. Same things, guys, okay? So we have this level. Sorry, we're just going to mark it here. Actually, we got it from the weekly time frame. We have a turning point here. We also have a turning point here. Okay. These are the targets that we got. Let me just change the color to blue. Let me just change the color here to blue so that we, okay. Then we are saying that we have an impulse. So also if you come to weekly, this is the level that we are above currently. We are currently above this area here, this turning point. You can see it clearly in the daily time frame. If you go to daily, let's just go to daily. So when you come to daily, this is the high that we are talking about, this high here. We are currently above this high here, okay? We're testing this level here, okay? So, but we are saying that we would like to retest here. Let me just take for you the impulse. Let's just mark the impulse. Okay, so instead of just marking that level, we are just going to increase it up to 61. As long as we don't take out 61, you guys know the rules, okay? Just going to adjust this also actually to here, so it's not so big. It can react to, let's just watch how it's moving here. into this area. As long as it didn't break this 61 level, then we expect price to push higher. Okay, so this is the impulse correction that we expect to push higher. Why is this an impulse? Because we broke this false breakout here. So this was the turning point the market was supposed to react, but it broke it. Also broke this second turning point. And we say that an impulse becomes an impulse when it breaks 2 or more turning point, or you can say just more than 1 turning point. It becomes an impulse. So we want to see that pullback there, which is already happening. So when you go to H4, how is it coming down? It's a bit clearer for us here. What do we see? We clearly observe that we have a lower high, lower low. So the market is testing this level. If it can keep making this into this area, we cannot buy. We just want it to make anti-changes trend, start trending upwards, and we can target our level above. Okay, so we're just building on that. Those who trade V100s, we have been coming a long way with the same analysis. So we have just added on that. Now the new one that we're adding on is Volatility 75. I made an update on our social media. Sorry, it was, I think, on Telegram. Just check the link in the description. Then you'll see I posted it there. So we do have, what we posted there is like the market gave us this high, higher low, higher high, reacted here with a low, then broke lower. Of course, there was a test here, test here, test here, but the last test was this one. That's why you see that we are considering this is a low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Okay. Now, currently we expect it to go lower because it's a downtrend here until it breaks either above here or below here, and then we can come back. But wanted it to go lower. So that's what I posted in the group, and we said that we wanted the market to either break above here to come and test back up here, or to come and test here and we can go lower. So it has been ranging. So it has been good for scalpers. This is the level that we marked. We said that if it can take this level above here, which it didn't, someone may say, but it broke above, this is not a proper break, okay? And also we don't have the second rule. What are the rules of the retest that we talk about? Strong break, weak momentum, and a change of trend, which we don't have. We just have a break, which is not so strong. We don't have the weak momentum, okay? This is not so strong, no weak momentum, no change of trend. So meaning this is not a break, okay? So we had a good confirmation here to push lower, which means that it failed here. And also some people will say that this is a liquidity and the rest, but for us, we just mark our level and we wait for a change of trend. Change of trend can happen here or slightly above, or as long as there's a change of trend, it's what we'll be looking out for, okay? So let's just clear this. And for those who did not, who are not there on the forum, what do I see? Now, starting from monthly time frame, I clearly spoke that monthly we tapped through a strong level of support here. So I see price is trying to react on it, okay? It's a strong level of support. I'm not saying that it cannot be broken. It can be broken for the price to go lower. But then also we added on this turning point here. I'm just going to change for you. Okay, we can just leave it like that. We have that turning point, and also we have this turning point. Then the last level that the market gave us lower low, lower high, and then this is the last low that the price did not test, this one here. Okay, so now when you go down the weekly time frame and you start adjusting properly, you observe that here we do have lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Okay, so the last time that the market tested this level was here. Price broke below this area and tested it here. You can clearly observe. So I'm just going to change the color to that I like using in weekly, which is that, aligning perfect with this line. So I'll just delete this line here, okay? Like that. Then also we came back after making a lower high, lower low, we reached this level, and then we went to test this level. You can see the price has been struggling here. Tested once, 2 times, this is the 3rd time, and now we're being rejected. So that's why I'm saying that price can either come back down and continue, because this is a downtrend. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, like that. Okay? But remember, we are saying that in monthly, this level here is not tested. And also we are seeing that price is a bit struggling. It's like it's ranging, and we had a strong push here. But if you go to line chart, we do have a hidden level here, which I'm just going to mark for you here. Okay, this one in the blue line. Now, when you go back to that and then you go to the daily time frame, you will see something interesting. You can clearly see that this price here is struggling to go lower. Okay, and we have, you can see the same thing here. It was struggling to come down, then to change trend aggressively. Now, this is an impulsive move. And we said when there's an impulsive move, what do? We bring a Fibonacci retracement tool. So if we bring our Fibonacci retracement tool, from down here, okay, up to up here. What do you, let me just adjust this. What do you observe? You observe that we have exactly our fib areas and 61 just around this blue line that we drew in the weekly time frame. Okay, so this is the area that we want price to come back and tap into, which was almost we are tapping there. Okay, of course we have been tapping, but we want it to come and tap into that, especially that blue level like in weekly. I'm just trying to show you the confluence that we do have. Actually, let me just remove this red one. Okay, so, and also if you want to get some good alignment, you can see here we had a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So this was the last level that we broke, but the test was improper. So we want price to come and make a deeper test into this level here. Even if it stretches, we're just going to be interested in the change of trend, and we can target higher. Okay, so that's why I mentioned in the public group that V75 is not yet ready, but we're just preparing for it. So in case this change trend, we shall be having this as one of our targets here. Okay, then we shall also be having this as the other target. I'm just going to adjust like this. We shall also be having this as the other target, these areas. Okay, so if we're just going to be watching the change of trend here when we push here. But what about people who do day trading? That's why I gave you guys these levels here. When you come to H4, we clearly had, just adjust for you. In H4, we clearly had, this was the last valid high that the market gave us here. Okay, let's just change the color so that everything is very clear. And do not miss out on any change of trend. I'm just going to give you the same levels I'm following. So that's a low. This is the significant low that we have. Which low gave us the C test here? It is this very low here. Okay, it's this low. This low here. So what do we have? We are having lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, testing here. So the price has to push, at least react to this low, or even break low, come back and retest, and continues. Okay. So if you're doing intraday, these are the levels that you should have. You can see we have this level, price came and tested it and pushed lower. Then inside there, we have an M with a neckline. That's why you see us mentioning that this neckline here should not be broken. The moment it's broken and retested, we shall be targeting again these highs here. But didn't happen because we're in a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So we need to at least make double bottoms or even go lower for the price to come and test this level. If it's a weekly test, again, we shall continue lower within this area. As long as we don't take out this, but the moment we take out this, it means that the downtrend continues. But you can utilize this. Now, those who are waiting for a proper change of structure or a continuation structure like me, you can wait for us to either come back to this area here inside deeper, or for it to be broken. Then with a proper weekly test, we shall be continuing lower. Okay. Or if the market comes and breaks down, changes structure here, then we shall be taking our trade higher, at least to target first this level. Again, if we break here, then we shall be targeting this level. That's the long-term perspective. I will be updating. Though why I'm talking about it even right now is because many people are requesting for V75, V75. So if you're trading intraday, these are the levels that you should utilize. Okay. So those who missed from here, let's wait and see what price is going to do at this support, because this is a low. Once again, lower high, lower low, lower high. You can see here, people are supposed to sell from here. Price is now pushing. So I want to see what will happen here. If it will break aggressively on a weekly test, we continue like that. Okay. So that's for those who do intraday. And of course, your entries are not from H4. They are from H1. Okay. H1 and below. You can even define to minute 30, minute 15. It's all up to you. Okay. Just utilize these levels here. But personally, I'm not interested in doing intraday on V75. I like swinging it because you put a small lot size. Its pip value is a bit heavy. So at least has good, decent returns. Okay. So those who trade V75, that is it. I'll be updating when it is ready. For right now, I just did it so that those who are requesting for it may be thinking I'm not interested in updating it for you. No, it's not true. Just it wasn't ready. Okay. When it gets ready, I'll sincerely mention it. You remember the video we made about the 6,000 plus pips on V75 and how we're following it. You can just check it. When it is ready, we shall give it to you. Otherwise, that is it. I wish you guys a profitable week. In case you have any questions, make sure you let us know in the comment section, or you can send us an email. Our details are all in the description. Do not use any other details. Strictly use only the details in the description. Have a great week ahead.